Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Black Mirror 3. So we went 20 minutes over and I've learned my lesson because we had to do this mini game to fix the photocopier and move wires around just so we can get a copy of our file so we can get some kind of clue as far as what we're supposed to even be doing. I also wanted to mention that this probably is Samuel Gordon here that they're throwing darts in, but they're also throwing darts, I guess, in the side of a wooden or metal cabinet. I don't know how that would work unless they're magnetic darts, which maybe they are. So now we need to talk to Commander Zach, I imagine, and see if we can get a copy of the file. So we can move on.
Can I ask you something briefly?
Let's see. I fixed the photocopier.
Now can you copy my file?
Sure. Then I'll send the copy to your lawyer. The copy of your file?
Then I can send it myself.
The inspector insists that no files can leave the building without authorization.
Interesting.
Damn. Constable? When does the mail go? My lawyer needs the file as soon as possible.
I'll post it later on. It ought to be collected this afternoon.
Thanks. Goodbye,
So now we're gonna commit a major crime of stealing mail. I guess we got a bit of an indication that now we have a different goal, and we're gonna just have to follow this. The photocopier is working, but I'm still not going to get a copy. The constable is going to post my file in the letterbox later. Maybe I can stop that happening, question mark. So yeah, let's go out the building. We have now yet another puzzle that seems like we're going to do some more work. All of a sudden there's a manhole cover that I don't think existed before.
An access point to the sewer system. Brings back memories that I'd rather forget. Okay, this is my last chance to get my hands on the file. I somehow need to stop the letter from vanishing irretrievably into the mailbag.
So we don't really have anything. Cram the menu into the letterbox.
The board is just the right size. It'll go straight on top of the mailbag so that when the constable posts the letter, I can easily pull it out again.
Apparently that's all I needed to do. Like, I thought it was going to be way more complicated than that. Maybe this is a apology for how crazy the puzzle was to fix the photocopier. Alright. It's been... feels like 2 hours now. We really need to get out of this area, see something new, have a general idea of what we're supposed to be doing. I feel like Black Mirror 2 also had this problem where the actual game or the actual goals were crazy and not well defined. We open it. That was a letter to Dr. Jones, who I guess is our lawyer? Although it's weird to have a lawyer named Doctor with a PhD. I guess they probably do have it, but they probably don't use it too often, would be my guess.
Let's see what's in here. Friday afternoon, 12:30. Oh, they must have discovered the body then. The time of death for Miss Valley was the previous evening, Thursday, between 10 and midnight. Cause of death, burned alive after a blow to the back of the head. Grim. Witness interviews. Let's see. Not important. Saw nothing. It continues. Friday, 1837. Emergency services called out. At that time I was in the ruins of the old academy with Angelina, Lewis, and my mother. Then, Saturday, 12:06 a.m., fire under control. At that time, I was running from the ruins in the direction of the castle. 3 bodies were retrieved. Lady Eleanor Gordon, Edward Bartholomew Bates, the butler, and Sally Wood, the cook. 1 survivor, Lady Victoria Gordon, suffering from severe smoke inhalation. Also on Saturday morning, 12:12 a.m., Darren Michaels arrested on suspicion of arson and murder of Miss Valley.
I'm not getting any information out of any of this.
Interviews on the subject unproductive, and Lady Victoria Gordon could not as yet be questioned. She remains in shock. After a 2-week period of hospitalization, was discharged of her own wishes to continue medical supervision at home. Hey, it says here that Murray can't remember having seen me in the hotel on Thursday evening. That can't be right. That was exactly when he threw me out of the hotel. Oh, the rat was lying. Just wait. Evidence still insufficient to charge, but strongly suspected of crime. Current state of the investigation. Darren Michaels' conduct, as well as his contradictory testimony, is currently being examined for plausibility by the psychiatric expert, Dr. Joyce Winterbottom. There's a note to Constable Zach. If he's diagnosed as nuts, will he have to be remanded in a loony bin? Possible murder weapon, a torch, still smoldering, which was in Darren Michaels' possession when apprehended, is undergoing forensic examination. Deportation to USA not possible. Release of the suspect on bail on direction of the court. Dr. Winterbottom authorized
a lot of text here.
Supervisory agent and point of referral.
Okay. A lot of text here.
Goals already. Visit Victoria and see how she's doing, and let Murray know what I think. I'll write in the file so I don't forget. There are enough empty pages.
So apparently now my journal is my police file.
Stashed the remains of my diary away with it as well.
Let's see. And we're still in tutorial land. When there's a new diary entry, the diary symbol flashes in the top left of the screen. Top left of the screen or top right? I think that said top left. Wow. Can't even get orientation right. So now we're back to what we had in the previous game. Now I vaguely recall that one of these Black Mirror games had something to do with going back in time, so unless I've completely made that up, I thought it was the previous game, but that never happened. So maybe it happens in this game at some point? Maybe, maybe not. So there usually was a hint button in these. I don't know if we're gonna get those kind of hints. I don't know where Murray particularly is either. So let's go over the bridge. We haven't done a lot over the bridge. Let's see if we can get into the museum, and let's see if we can get out of this area in general. This city has always been pretty boring throughout the trilogy.
Up there is Dr. Joyce Winterbottom's practice. It's very cozy.
Wow, it's literally right next door to the museum that you broke into.
The sad remains of a bicycle.
So why have me click on something when it's not even gonna be usable?
Willow Creek's Museum of Local History. A valuable hoard of English cultural history.
And we can't see the clock, which I kept thinking that the clock would play a role in the previous game, or one of the previous games, but it didn't.
There's a poster hanging here. We're rebuilding for you. Soon will be even more spectacular. Experience the horror up close and personal. Reopening on the 1st of December. That's in a few days' time.
So this is gonna probably take place over a few days' time.
Then let's see what Murray's got to say in his defense.
Seems like we're gonna walk directly to Murray, who is the guy who ran the psychiatric hospital, now hotel. Let's see, we have flags.
Murray stating his patriotism. The old phone.
And
Definitely not drinking water.
that. We'll see if the screen scrolls. This looks new, so there's probably going to be a puzzle around that. Doesn't seem like we can go to the side. Does seem like we can go this way all of a sudden, where I don't recall ever seeing a path here before. Let's see where this path leads.
There are a few steps leading down behind the hotel. To the river, I reckon.
Alright, in we go. Now again, the newspapers depicted me as a psychopath arsonist, so everybody I see is going to be afraid of me. And
Mr. Michaels! Welcome back to Golden's Palace. We
and
missed you
standoffish.
How's that? The last time we saw each other was Thursday, 3 weeks ago, when you threw me out of the hotel.
here. Thrown out of the hotel? How did that happen then?
The thing with the sewers, the secret entrance in Angelina's room. That ring any bells?
Really? Oh yes, there was something. Ah, well, please excuse me. I did overreact a little. I hope you're not going to bear a grudge, though, Mr. Michaels. I'm very happy to make things up with you. You'll also understand that I couldn't hold your reservation for such a long period. Unfortunately, your room is occupied at the moment. But you can have another, a bigger, nicer one, for a small price, really. And for such a room, a ridiculously tiny price.
So you've remembered then. Very good. Then please go right back to the police and tell them that you know exactly where I was on the evening that Miss Valley was murdered.
Was that the same day? Are you sure? Now, it may well have been. I don't pay much attention to that kind of thing. Why should I? It's really nothing to do with me.
You two-faced snake! I insist you march down to the inspector and tell him you want to change your statement.
Mr. Michaels, you're free. I don't understand your problem.
I'm only out on bail.
Oh, my congratulations. Oh, I'm sure that wasn't cheap. However, in spite of that, I still don't see why I should get involved with things that don't concern me.
You can't be serious. Thanks to you, I've just spent the past 3 weeks sitting in a cell as an innocent man.
Mr. Michaels, I really am extremely sorry, but I can't fulfill your request. My own credibility would be on the line if I were to simply change my mind.
Unless what? Come on, spit it out.
Music's really dramatic right
Pathetic
now.
little blackmailer. Otherwise, I promise you that the murder series will continue. Here and now.
No. Admittedly, I'd be the last one who's standing in your way. But a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do, isn't that so?
Another annoying voiced
Say,
actor.
I would like a photo of you. Nothing sensational. Maybe somewhere in the woods with a knife in your hand.
So they can send me straight into the madhouse. No way.
Okay, think about it. A watertight alibi for a tiny little amusing photo. It's not a bad exchange.
You are one nasty dirtbag, Murray. You know that?
I'll even give you a camera to take it with. My best one.
So now we have a camera that we may use throughout the entire
Does it
game.
still work using a lever?
It's a collector's piece. One of the first instant film cameras on the European market. An SX-70. and still in great condition too. 15 years ago, a very well-groomed gentleman handed it over to me as a deposit in my pawn shop. He never picked it up again. So, you can say that I obtained it quite legitimately, and now I entrust you with it. Pay attention, I'll tell you how it works.
That's okay. I'll work it out. If I choose to.
He was a photographer,
But
remember?
that's not all. I've got another present for you. Here, a brand new rucksack. And free food and lodgings for as long as you wish, Mr. Michaels. Accept it as a peace offering and reparations for the trouble with the statement.
You really are a few cards short of a full deck.
Mr. Michaels, wait!
What do you want now?
Forget the woods. In front of the castle would definitely have much more impact. The photo, I mean.
And people think I'm crazy.
Oh, it is actually flickering in the top left. But I don't think I can actually click on it. Alright. Hot spots.
Huh. Blackmere Castle in poster format. I wonder who would hang this kind of thing above their bed.
So, yeah,
The Willow Creek Telegram.
this guy sounds
Guess
ridiculous.
need to be kept up to date with what the murderer is up to.
Like, it's just a little too extreme that somebody would lie about what they knew to the police and put them at extreme risk for what seems like a petty, pathetic reason. It probably does happen,
For the massive
though.
baggage the tourists that flock through here have with them. Murray always did have a bit of a tendency towards delusions of grandeur.
15 years ago. So, was 15 years ago back during the time of Black Mirror 1? And did I give a Polaroid camera to the pawn shop in Black Mirror 1? I bet that is a reference, but I couldn't remember any of it. It's weird to really have a trilogy like this where the first game
Willow Creek has to
doesn't
offer.
really connect.
The Murder Museum, the crime scene route including a flying visit to the pub, and a group photo in front of the castle. I don't really want to know anymore.
Honestly, I could not care less about any of this stuff. I'm just clicking on it because I figure I'll have to.
Here? Bloody greetings from the murder village. See Blackmere Castle and die. Hello and goodbye with the Gordons. Quite a one-sided selection of cards.
Let's just keep on looking to see if there's anything to click on. We should probably see if we can read the book and see if we can get a fruit peel.
A bowl of apples. Probably poisoned.
Let's see, I guess the telephone probably is just so I can use a telephone if I need to.
Murray, my favorite hotelier. Obliging, helpful, polite, and always on the lookout to maximize his profits on the back of crime.
And see, this door again looks like it's just been added 3 weeks since the last game. I don't recall seeing a door. Let's go to the office and see if we can just walk in there.
That's private.
Right, Murray. Probably I'm gonna have to get him to turn around. Let's go to the rooms. So for a brief second there, I thought perhaps this was a case of what we saw and experienced in the previous game was all hallucination. But now it looks pretty obvious that it is a conspiracy. Wow, this guy looks very much like me in clothing. That's unfortunate. Let's look at the...
A rucksack with a contorted image of my father's face on it. I'm not sure Murray's actually allowed to sell crap like this. Whatever. I'll sue him for that later. First of all, let's see what's inside.
It's crazy to have so many random things. Now we have a bloody knife and a lighter. And a figurative soul key.
Plastic soul key, check. Batteries, none. Murray tight ass, check. One of Murray's merchandise articles. A blood-splattered plastic knife. Great for Halloween, especially in combination with a Samuel Gordon mask. A lighter with Samuel's face on it. I could probably laugh about it if it wasn't my own father.
So I imagine what's going to happen here is we'll switch out the plastic knife for the regular knife. And
a Polaroid camera. Murray gave it to me. My good old SLR sadly never made it out of the ruins.
So I'm guessing what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and take pictures of people, and that will unlock pictures under the extras menu. I probably won't succeed at that very well, and probably don't care enough. And that back area was not
the room looks
open.
Almost exactly the same as the other one
last
I had
time.
3 weeks ago. I bet Murray got a discount on the interior decoration. While I'm here, I may as well put away the stuff I don't want to carry around with me.
So what stuff am I going to put away? Interesting, but can I get that stuff back? I don't think so. So he's got free room and board. He should really just stay. Just sit
There's
and
only
watch TV.
atmospheric noise. You probably have to pay extra to get TV channels. The only thing I brought with me from Boston is a jacket, and I keep that on day and night. This thing is completely useless to me. They've covered up the ugly gray carpet with an even uglier beige carpet. Great idea.
And what else are we looking at? We have a wall that we're probably going to put a hole in.
Standard pictures from a catalog hanging on the otherwise bare wall.
And we have a picture.
Views of Willow Creek. At least it's better than portraits of my bloodthirsty relatives.
Is there anything else important? Just a winged armchair.
Antiquated thing for antiquated backsides.
And yeah, seems like there's nothing here. So out we go. It's slightly helpful to eliminate some things from the inventory. Let's see. Hotel floor plan. Maybe we should take a picture of that to make a copy.
The floor plan of the hotel. All of the rooms are drawn on it. Huh. Murray's office is right next to my room.
So if I can put a hole in the wall, I can get into his office, which might be helpful. Yeah.
Back there.
But oops, sorry. So apparently you can't go to the back area. You can't go in here.
Lifted clean off its hinges. They were probably broken.
Alright, is there anything else that we need to deal with? No, and it doesn't seem like we can go any further. Just So it feels like we're on just like a different side of the rooms completely. It would be interesting to know if I'm in room 2 now, what room was I in before? Everything's getting depicted at slightly different angles, or at least some of it is. Wait, before we go, let's just see if we can do this with a bunch of characters. Apparently not. We could talk to him and see if we have anything new to say.
Hi, Murray.
Oh, the esteemed Mr. Michaels. What's on your mind?
We should probably call the lawyer at some point also.
Do you know the inspector, Mr. Spooner?
Oh, yes, I certainly do. He was here twice. Took half the hotel apart. A terribly inconsiderate fellow. But good for business, too. How often, as a tourist, do you have the chance to see this kind of an investigation firsthand? Unfortunately, he confiscated all of your and Miss Angelina's personal effects. Means I can only display replicas in the museum.
What bad luck. So, anything exciting happen?
You mean, apart from Miss Valley's murder and the castle burning down and 3 people losing their lives? Well, the fair's finished. In its place, we now have a new exhibition in the Willow Creek Museum of Modern Murder. It's opening in a few days. Oh, you should definitely see that. It's worth it.
Oh yeah. For you? Most definitely.
Photo for Murphy. Or Castle Fire. Let's go with Castle Fire first.
But you know I had nothing to do with the fire, don't you?
Yes, well, according to the papers...
Yeah, the British tabloid press is world-renowned for its believability.
Well, of course, they don't always have the whole truth in there, but the headlines do help me to keep the hotel going.
In this case, at my expense. This photo of me that you've pictured.
Only a small favor, a tiny exertion on your part, nothing huge. You just have to smear yourself with a little blood and swing a knife about, in a scary sort of way, of course.
Well, naturally. Oh, and best naked under a full moon by the lighthouse, yeah?
You're the pro. I trust your aesthetic sense completely.
Who's guaranteeing that you won't immediately run to the cops with it?
And what would I get out of that? You're judging me completely wrongly. Anyway, anyone would see that it's completely staged. I don't want anything authentic, rather something somewhat stylized, like for a movie poster.
You want to make a poster out of it?
I'm thinking more of a life-sized cardboard figure for the hotel entrance, if you wouldn't have anything against that.
Do what you want. Just make sure you change your statement at the police station.
Understood.
See you, Murray.
Back to work.
So now I guess we're gonna try and leave the area again and talk to Lady Victoria.
There are a few steps leading down behind the hotel. To the river, I reckon.
Like, I don't really think I can do anything here. Could use this on the fountain, but I don't think a bloody plastic knife would ever not be a bloody knife because it's probably painted on. And I forgot to double click again, so I have to watch him walk out of the area. The only thing besides calling my lawyer that I can think of is to switch the knife with a real knife. So we'll double click that, and it still makes me want to watch the walk animation. So maybe I go this direction? Right. I actually don't see a knife in here now. So I want to try this with this.
There were a load of knives in that before, or am I mistaken?
Sold out.
Sold out. Interesting. So, do we use this to scare her? Like, I don't think I should be scaring her.
The sales girl is terrified of me. As long as I don't ask her any questions, then I probably won't give her a heart attack.
I felt like that was a solution. I guess it's not. And there's nothing over here. So there must be a different way in which you leave the city that lets you fast travel to Black Mirror Manor, or Black Mirror Castle. I don't know, is there a difference between a manor and a castle? Probably. But again, I can't walk this way.
I'll only go in there again once I've got a black belt in karate. Or when the pub has a new owner.
Seem to be having trouble finding a way to leave. Okay. And this map, we have the Gordon's Palace Hotel, where we can go. We have the city which we're in, apparently, which we can't go to. So, am I supposed to just take pictures of people? Am I supposed to go back and get the poster and put the poster on the wall? Feel rather confused. And this open world just doesn't feel like it's really opening up as much as I would like it to. And yeah, I know it's not really a super open world game in the first place, but
I'm not going back.
You can't go back to the sales. And so I don't think I can talk to Commander Zach and say anything
I'll
new.
just leave him in peace for now.
Yeah, so there's not even like anybody to talk to or interact with. I guess I'm supposed to call my lawyer. Where are we? I'm supposed to shoot a photo for Murray in which I present myself as a slasher of Black Mirror Castle, and for what price? So that his liar finally tells the truth. A lie for a truth. That's typical of Murray's business methods. And then the other quest here, this game does seem to usually give you two quests, is how's Victoria getting on? She's completely on her own in the castle. No Eleanor, no Bates. There's no one anymore. Maybe I can help her somehow. I could live up there and be around for her. That's the least I could do. And then these other things are things that would have been crossed out in the previous game, but it doesn't seem like they're going to get crossed out. And it doesn't seem like we're going to have too many of these quests, although there may be 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of quest glossary pages. A lot of this is just unimportant information, or it would be my guess. Yeah, we're not really in a good position, though. Let's mark this 5, which, 5 would be 2.5 hours of gameplay that we've done. 2.5 hours of gameplay. We've barely been able to leave Willow Creek. We really don't know what we're supposed to do. We really don't know how we're supposed to do it. We've solved maybe 4 puzzles at most. It's incredibly slow like the previous games. In all honesty, if this was not connected to 2 games I've already committed and played to, I would not be playing Black Mirror 3. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on a myriad of social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below in the description. And if you want to support me, you can support me through Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.